And we're so happy right now to have joining us the Deputy Mayor of Laval, David Dakotas. Good morning, David.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming down, and you took the metro here, right?
I always take the metro when I travel outside Laval.
I like it,
go.
not just for Earth Day.
I love it. I love it. You gotta talk the talk. You also gotta walk the walk.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Exactly.
that. So let's start off, and everyone's here because we want to talk to you. Laval, such an important city here in Quebec. We have so many viewers in Laval. Let's talk about what Laval is doing to go green and where your city is putting their money to.
Great question. Actually, as we all know, that water is the most essential resource in the universe. So you can have all the riches in the world, but you can't go 3 or 4 days without water. And so we've invested heavily into our water plant facilities, Point Vieux, St. Rose, and the Chambly. Since 2009, we've invested over $200 million to upgrade our facilities and to have the best water possible in Quebec.
I see that you guys win awards for your drinking water. I thought all of our tap water was fine, but now I want to import it in from Laval.
You know you can taste the difference in different
really?
cities. Yeah, I live in Laval, and I was going to say though that I drink tap water. I do on a regular, and I think it's
well, you should if it wins all these awards.
Yeah,
so
talk to us
it's
about
better.
It is. Well, I mean, I think it's better than the drinking water here downtown.
But why? What makes it different from water downtown?
Well, it's been tested, right? The quality of the water is of exceptional quality. It was deemed, it was given the 5 stars from the Verdon-Diamond. Since 2012, they've tested our 3 facilities. It's an honor. It's the highest rating of 5 stars. And in 2012, 4 plant waters in Quebec were given the 5-star rating. Out of the 4, 2 came from Laval.
Wow.
So you're going to start bottling it and selling it to the rest of us?
We can talk that off right
Okay.
now. But it's very interesting. And like I said, we're putting a lot into what is the most essential and valuable resource, which is water. And it creates a good selling point for our citizens. We've also, at City Hall and all of our municipal buildings, we no longer have bottled plastic bottled water. It's all tap water because we truly believe in our product. And we encourage other municipalities to take the initiative and invest in the quality of their tap waters.
That's fantastic. I wanted to ask you something really interesting. There was a critical infrastructure that you guys did, $200 million. Why spend so much money on that? Is there any other way that you can improve or do something else that's green for the environment for Laval? We know that this year we're going to be celebrating Earth Day on Sunday, and it's all about plastic and reducing plastic waste. What are you guys doing in Laval for plastic?
Well, going back to $200 million, the City of Laval invested $120 million for the upgrading of the facilities.
Right.
And the provincial and federal government added the $92 million to help us out. But the fact that we're making the quality of water in our city the best it can be, it eliminates our citizens to buy bottled water and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So on that note, that's where we're moving forward with that.
Well, let's talk about rain barrels, shall we?
Yes.
Because, you mentioned bottling Laval's water. You could probably do it. But here's something that you've done for your homeowners in Laval. You're offering, and we're seeing an image of it right now. What is the program that you offer there in Laval with the rainwater?
Well, again, for Laval, we want to limit as much as possible citizens from taking the water that's so expensive to produce and water their grass or water their plants. And so we're introducing a grant, $70. If you go to any hardware store and you buy a rainwater barrels, the city will give you an equivalent of $70 as a refund for your purchase. And again, it's to conserve and preserve the water in Laval.
Wow, and now on the streets, electric cars are the future. We all know that. What's Laval doing on that front?
Laval is the pioneer in electric cars, electric buses. If I can just talk about the STL, la Société Transport de Laval, we were the first municipality in Canada to introduce our first electric bus, or 40-footer. As of 2020, all our buses in the STL in Laval will be electric.
Wow.
And moving forward, this morning, the Mayor of Laval, Marc Demels, will be announcing that the City of Laval is the first municipality in Canada to offer a grant for anyone buying, for any Lavaler buying electric cars.
Not
so
for just anyone.
Not just you special Laval people.
David, I got to chime in here on this one because, what you're doing with water, with the water plants, with the rain barrels, with electric buses, I think it's absolutely fantastic.
It's amazing.
Now, you're going to announce this grant for electric cars for Lavallois in a couple of hours.
That's right.
Please don't. You still have time to stop it, okay? Because when I look at what economists say about this, giving someone a grant, they're already getting $8,000 from the Quebec government. You're going to give a grant to people buying $70,000 cars, the most expensive cars out there on the market. These people need a tax break. They don't. There's so much more you could do with that money. That's my personal opinion here.
I'm glad you brought up that
Yeah,
point,
please
right?
give a counterpoint.
Because when we looked at the bylaw as to how much you want to give and why, we've restricted. It's not $70,000. It's cars of $60,000. So
Okay.
any cars $60,000 and less, you'll be eligible for a grant from the City of Laval. At the provincial government, it's $75,000 and less. So we had the same argument, the same discussion. We don't want to finance the population that can already afford a car. We want to finance some of the ones who go green for the environment and give them an incentive to go in that direction.
Okay, I still say the money should go somewhere else, but it's a good
great
idea.
step.
You're doing great stuff in Laval. We
Thank you
really,
so
really
much.
appreciate it. Come back, by the way, anytime.
Absolutely.
You know,
Take the metro.
Catherine loves you here.
Exactly.
We'll be back on Breakfast Television with a look at your headlines.